No one has achieved more in English football than Wayne Rooney, a child prodigy who has maintained his brilliance for over a decade.
I think
Sir Bobby Charlton holds a revered place in English football. To be compared to him, let alone go past him in the record books, immediately elevates you to legendary status. On January 21, 2017, Wayne Rooney came on as a substitute for Manchester United and curled in a free kick in stoppage time to ensure a draw with Swansea. The strike was the 250th time he'd found the net for the Red Devils. One more than Charlton had managed when his brilliant career ended 44 years earlier. A week later, Charlton was on hand at Old Trafford to present Rooney with a golden boot to celebrate his elevation to Manchester United's greatest scorer. He is a true great for club and country, and it is fitting that he is now the highest scorer for both United and England. Rooney had already taken Charlton's mantle as England's greatest scorer during qualifying for Euro 2016. In his 107th appearance for his country, the striker scored his 50th international goal from the penalty spot against Switzerland at Wembley.
thank you to everyone here, coaches, players, staff who I've worked with for such a long time. This is such a huge moment for myself, my family and in my career, so hopefully for the team, for myself, a lot more to come. We can be successful, and hopefully there's a lot of young lads, Harry coming through, Ross, Raheem coming through, who can, come close and even pass me in the future. So I'm grateful. It means the world to me, and thank you very much.
Rooney's consistency at both club and national level is what has stood out since he arrived at Old Trafford in 2004, after 2 seasons with Everton. During his tenure, the Red Devils have won 5 Premier League titles, 3 League Cups, 1 FA Cup, 1 Champions League, and a FIFA Club World Cup. His combination with Cristiano Ronaldo and Carlos Tevez during the 2007-08 season was the most devastating forward line seen in the Premier League. When Ronaldo departed for Real Madrid, Rooney stepped up with a career-high 34-goal season, which he equaled 2 years later, that solidified his reputation as one of the world's best players. Wayne Rooney is, for me, a once-in-a-generation player, one of those special players who is not comparable to any other. It was during 2011 that he produced the goal of his career against arch-rival Manchester City to claim a 2-1 victory. At the 78th minute, Rooney executed an extraordinary overhead bicycle kick, which left City's goalkeeper Joe Hart motionless and stunned. Manchester United manager Sir Alex Ferguson said it was the best he'd seen at Old Trafford, while then City boss Roberto Mancini summed it up perfectly. We were beaten by a moment of pure genius. There have been plenty of similar moments for the kid from Liverpool, who along the journey has earned the nicknames the White Pele and the Wonder Boy.
I've shared many games, both club and at national team level as well with him. He's a great player, can do anything on the pitch, a real all-round game. He can score tap-ins and spectacular goals. He can volley the ball great header of the ball, can hold the ball up. He's an all-rounder, and added to all that, he's obviously been very fit and not got any major injuries throughout his career, and that really helps, and had a consistent level throughout his career. And to go through and to stay, to have the pressure, the criticism, all these things that you sort of contend with throughout your career, and to still be banging in the goals now is great.
Still to come on the Immortals, how the Wonder Kid became a legend. He's played more than 500 games for club and country against some of the all-time greats of the game. According to Wayne Rooney, these are the top 5. England's greatest scorer rates midfielder Paul Scholes as the best player his country has produced. His dream lineup would have Spanish icon Iker Casillas in goal, with Chelsea's John Terry rated the hardest centre-back he's faced. Former Barcelona maestro Xavi gets the #1 midfielder position, while Lionel Messi is not only the best striker, but the best player Rooney has played against. After Wayne Rooney scored 72 goals in a season for Liverpool's schoolboys, Everton beat a host of Premier League clubs to his door. At the age of 10, he proceeded to score 114 goals in 29 games, and by the time he was 15, he was playing in the club's under-19s. The following year, he was in the first team, and 2 weeks later, he was Everton's youngest ever scorer. The 16-year-old wonder kid scored 2 goals in a 3-0 away win over Wrexham in the second round of the League Cup. Just 5 days before his 17th birthday, Rooney rocked the Premier League, scoring a last-minute winning goal against Arsenal to end the Gunners' 30-match unbeaten run. Rooney is the biggest England talent I've seen since I arrived in England. There has certainly not been a player under 20 as good as him since I became a manager here. Within 4 months, he was in the England team. A friendly against Australia was his debut, then later becoming the youngest scorer for the Three Lions when he produced the equaliser in a Euro 2004 qualifying match against Macedonia. It was during the European Championships that England fell even further in love with their new superstar. The 18-year-old was born to be on the big stage, leading England's scoring with a pair of doubles. While they were beaten on penalties by host Portugal in the quarter-finals, there was a buzz around English football because they'd finally unearthed their saviour for the next decade. Manchester United certainly recognised that and dangled an eyebrow-raising £25.6 million carrot in front of Rooney to get him to Old Trafford. A foot injury suffered during Euro 2004 meant his debut for the Red Devils was delayed 3 months, but it was certainly worth waiting for. Rooney delivered a stunning hat-trick in his first game, a UEFA Champions League clash against Turkish side Fenerbahce. I don't think you will find a better debut than that. To score a hat-trick in your first match for Manchester United is a very special feat. While the goals kept flowing for team and country, the continued failures of the English team started to erode the magic aura around Rooney. An injury in the lead-up to the 2006 World Cup saw him below his best, and he didn't score as England failed to get past the quarter-finals. It was a similar story 4 years later at the 2010 World Cup in South Africa, with the striker not bothering the scorers. Rooney was suspended for the start of Euro 2012 and scored his only goal in the last group match, with England again exiting in the quarter-finals. He broke his World Cup goal drought against Uruguay in 2014, but England failed to get out of the group stage. The star striker's inability to inspire his nation was a criticism that continued to haunt Rooney, and that multiplied tenfold when he was appointed captain by manager Roy Hodgson in 2014.
I think we said at the time we had quite a few young players at the World Cup who got a lot of experience from participating in the World Cup, and it didn't go as planned. But we carried on with our plans, which we had before the World Cup, to try and keep moving forward as a team, and I feel we've done that. There's obviously been quite a few new players who've come into the squad, who have come in and done really well. So since the World Cup, we're unbeaten, won every game. So you know, we're certainly on the right path, and we're looking for a positive result tomorrow to keep that going.
After winning all 10 games during Euro 2016 qualifying, England looked set to finally deliver in France, but it ended in more disappointment. England suffered a new low when they were bundled out by Minnow, Iceland, losing 2-1 in the round of 16. Rooney scored England's goal, which was his only goal of the tournament, from the penalty spot at the 4-minute mark. He wanted one last chance at redemption at the 2018 World Cup in Russia.
Well, time will tell. I think realistically, I know myself, Russia will be my last opportunity to do anything with England. So I'm going to try and enjoy these 2 years, and then, you know, hopefully I can end my time playing for England on a high. I've had a fantastic international career so far, played a lot of games, and I've enjoyed every minute. But at some point, you know, it's going to come to an end, whether it's 2 years, 4 years time. But I'm not old. I'm 30 years of age, and come Russia, I feel that will be the time for me to you know, say goodbye to international football.
Despite all the records and accolades, Rooney hasn't always enjoyed universal love from fans. His move to Manchester United, the club most loved to hate, didn't help. And then there was the excessive wealth and extravagant lifestyle, highlighted by a jaw-dropping fleet of high-priced sports cars. Some nightclub incidents haven't helped, nor did his threat to leave Manchester United in 2010, before a sudden about-face and signing a new 5-year contract. He's certainly been a polarizing figure, but what can't be argued is that, like Sir Bobby Charlton, Wayne Rooney is an immortal of English football.